Hey guys, this is Post-Production Pi, and in this video I'm going to teach you guys how to create a lens baby or a tilt shift effect right in Lightroom. Now this is kind of a quick and easy way of doing it. Obviously you'd get kind of a more convincing effect inside of Photoshop, but it would take much longer. We will get to that effect later on when we get to the Photoshop guide, but I want to show you guys this effect in Lightroom because it's really simple, it's fast, and it actually looks pretty good. So I would recommend you guys load up a wide angle shot. You guys can use the same one we're using in the exercise files or use your own, but it's typically going to work best with a wide angle image. So we're going to take this image of the bride and groom walking down the path. I'm going to select it and then hit D to bring us right into the develop module. Now basically what a tilt shift or the lens baby kind of look is basically where you have a very slim kind of plane of focus on your subjects, and then from to the left and to the right of that plane of focus it falls out of focus very quickly, and so everything else is quite blurry. So we're going to mimic that effect by creating graduated filters. And so what we're going to do is hit M to pull up your graduated filter panel, and then we're going to create a graduated filter preset for this tilt shift effect. And so what we want to do is we want to drop clarity to -100, drop sharpness to -100, and this will make it so basically whatever this brush or whatever this graduated filter is covering is going to become very blurry. So what we're going to do is save this as tilt shift, save current setting as a new preset. We'll call it tilt shift, hit OK, and what we're going to start doing is start dragging it from the right and the left, basically dragging it into where our subjects are. Now if you hold shift, it's going to constrain it, so basically you're either going to be constraining it against the x-axis or against the y-axis. So here's against the y and then here's against the x. If you want it to be diagonal like we want to do in this example, we're going to just let go of shift so it's not constraining it. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to undo that by hitting Control Z, sorry. Alright, so I'm going to drag from the top right down, and I don't quite want to cover my subjects, so I don't want them to be blurry. But I'm going to create multiple versions of this. So after I create my first one, I'm going to let go, and then as long as I'm not clicking right on this little circle or anywhere close to it or on these lines, if I click in between just in the space, it'll create another brush for me. So I'm going to click in a different spot this time and again drag down to my subjects. I want to keep the angle though the same so that it's the same angle. But what you notice is that as these stack up, the blur effect is getting stronger as it fades off to the right, and that's exactly what I want. I want to create one more. It's going to be right next to our subjects again because I want that plane of focus to drop out of focus very quickly. And I can even do one more actually on top of that one. There we go. Alright, so we see it fades off and it's all blurry on this side. You'll notice that the blur effect does stop at a certain point. It doesn't get any more blurry than that, which is about 3 or 4 layers or a few layers of that effect. We're going to do the same thing now from the left side. So I'm going to drag from there, and I want to keep that same angle that we did on the last one, or at least close to it. You're not going to be able to tell if it's a little bit off, but I want it to be close. And create a few different ones, stacking it up again, and then we're going to zoom in, make sure they're sharp, and they are. And there we go, guys. So I'm going to click on my graduate filters to turn them off. And there we have it. We have a little tilt shift effect right in our image. We didn't have to go into Photoshop. It's very simple. Let's create a new snapshot. We're going to call this tilt shift. Alright, so let's check out the before, and then here is the after. So you can see it's a really nice effect. It's very convincing, and the best part about it is we didn't have to take it into Photoshop. It's a very simple and easy thing to do right here in Lightroom. Of course, in the future, we will have the Photoshop tutorial on the same subject of creating a tilt shift look, and you'll have more control, but it's not going to be as quick and easy as in Lightroom. So take this technique, use it guys, enjoy it, and we'll see you in the next tutorial.